Yes, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to the session. So, basically, it will not be like a lecture or book review, it will be just experience sharing, what the experience I gain from this reading this book, and that will I will be sharing all of you. And it will be a interactive session. I will not speak too much, but I invite all of you to share your experience, share your expertise. We have so many expert like Zainab ji. Yes. So shall we begin? Yes, it's
Yes,
already
please.
7:34. Yes. So this is the book, Why We Sleep. This is a quote you can see. A ruffled mind makes a restless pillow. So if we are not mentally calm, so we will just lie down, but we will not have sleep. So next slide, please. I have made various slides, but these slides are not that much difficult, so we will go very fast. And I will try to just finish the session within time. At 8 o'clock, we can take selfie. So yes. So sleep. You can see that. Good evening, sir, Mister. So sleep is very infinitely more complex, more interesting, and yes, health relevant. Sleep is the single most thing we can do to reset our brain. Yes, Hema ji is asking that can we make the screen full?
No, we cannot because I have to scroll through the presentation. Please zoom in your phone. Thank you.
Yes. So sleep basically is single most effective things we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. Next slide. So this is the poster. Thank you, Palakji, for making this beautiful poster. So basically, this is the cover page of the book. It is the previous one, but the book I purchased it is the latest one. So next slide, please. So if you are just planning to purchase this book, so just you can see this is the cover page. Uh, Matthew Walker. Next slide. Yes. So uh, whenever there is a book, so straightway a question arises that how I come to know about the book. So just let me just I am just I want to share my experience that in the year of 2012 when we were learning this skill that book review or how to prepare a that presentation. So one of my teachers, one of my senior, he advised he was just taking a lecture or to the preparing the book review. So he told me that this is the first thing that how you come to know that book. That is the first important question. So this I made this slide how I come to know about this book. Generally, we get recommendation from any book, or we go in the shopping, then suddenly we find any book important, or anyhow there are so many reasons we come to a book, or sometimes it is called that the book chooses us कि मेरी बुक सपने में आई मैंने बुक खरीद ली या मुझे जैसे लाइक the autobiography of Yogi. It has been gifted by me. So this book, basically, I purchased this book due to my curiosity. Like we read so many books like fiction, non-fiction, everything we read. But since we are a human being or we are a living being, every living creature, we cannot escape from the sleep because our we spend 1/3 of time on the sleep, and there are so many, if you see the WhatsApp or anything or any people, they always start giving knowledge that how the sleep is important. So I was searching some very original authentic authority through which I can learn the things, because Instagram or anything, every from anywhere we read any material, it don't have any authenticity. So I was searching, so I just read Google and I just read book review also. So After searching for 2 3 months, I find this book. So this is the how I just find this book. Uh, Next slide. Yes. So I have just whenever I purchase a book, so I just write then when and where and how I purchased the book. So I purchased this book 15 February 2024 when I was in Gwalior for some training. So this is my sign. So next. Yes. So before moving to the next, uh, because हम सभी आप हम सभी daily मिलते हैं, but we never know each other. So this is little very short introduction about me, who has prepared this book review. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yes. So myself, Sher Singh. My date of year is 1983, 41 years age. Basically, I belong to district Mathura, Uttar Pradesh. I am a government employee. I did my graduation from Rajasthan. I spent 30 years in Rajasthan because my father was serving there. And presently, I am living in Thrissur, Kerala. I am married. I have 2 kids, daughter 10th standard, son 6th standard. And my hobbies are practicing yoga, reading, swimming, and trekking. Next. Yes. Now about the author. Next slide, please. So this is you can see the picture, Matthew Walker. Basically, he is a British neuroscientist and sleep expert known for explaining how sleep affects the brain, body, and the mental health. Yes, next slide. So Matthew Walker, age 52, England. Basically, he was an as a academician, and he spent 30 years of his life to just research, understanding, experimenting with the sleep. Next. And he has founded one center, and he is director also, Center for Human Sleep Science. Uh, Basically, the task of this center is to investigate an impact of sleep on human health and diseases. So basically, it's in England. So he has established, and he is continuously, doing experimenting on how this sleep is beneficial to us. Next slide. Yes, about the book. Next slide, please. Yes, so this book was published in 2017. Why We Sleep. And the writer spent 4 years to writing this beautiful book, Why We Sleep. Next. Next slide, yes. So basically, this book is divided in 4 parts, arranged very systematically. Next slide. So yes. So there are 16 chapters, starting from the introduction. What is sleep? And culminating at the providing a new vision for sleep in the 21st century. Next slide. So yes, these are the 4 parts. This thing called sleep. Why should you sleep? And how and why we dream. From sleeping pills to the society transform. So just I ask everyone, you will take one, I will take pause and I will ask everyone just to give me your views then, and that what is if he says sleep, then what do you understand? What's your perspective? What's your thinking? So you can just share your views and comments. Anyone? Yes,
So
Janamji.
I guess when I call I call sleeping as I define it as I sleep, at least it should be for me 7 to 8 hours, minimum 7 hours. And I shouldn't be feeling drained, or I shouldn't be yawning or lack of energy when I wake up. So I should be feeling full energetic, and I shouldn't be waking up on alarm. That is my definition for my sleep.
Great. Yes, Santi.
Uh, but I think actually, as people say, the more you sleep, you are just lazy that you are sleeping and all. So for me, sleeping is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. Even like we have a good diet, good exercise for our body. So I think sleep is just it is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity, and this should be taken care as we take care of our diets and exercise and other things.
Yes, absolutely true, sir.
Uh, I want to add something. Uh, people think that we can save some hours of sleep and be productive, but that's not true. When we sleep properly, we become more productive, right? So, 1 2 hours saving in sleep will not do you any good. That's what I think. We should take sleep very seriously.
Pramila ji wanted to share.
Yeah, I want to say that good sleep is rejuvenating and it heals. Unless you sleep, for me, if I'm sick and I sleep throughout the day, I will be far better and I'll heal faster. So it is healing. Sleep is a healing for me.
Yes, absolutely true. So basically, we must understand that sleep is not, after reading this book, what I come to know that sleep is not just absence of the wakefulness. हम केवल जग नहीं रहे इसका मतलब नहीं है कि हम सो रहे. Yes, quality of sleep is important. Yes, than quantity. But here that we are just discussing that what is the sleep? That is it the absence of wakefulness is the sleep? So next slide, please. So this part demystifies the beginning thing called sleep. What is it? What isn't? Who sleeps? How much sleep? How human beings should sleep, but they are not, and how sleep changes across our lifespan, or that your child form better and for worse. Next slide, please. Yes. I will just show you the picture of how this caffeine and every the substance just basically just let me share you. Basically, this book has been written by the scientist. So lots of scientific things has been given. So we will not because since we are all bibliophiles, so I will not go just detail in those things. So we will be just going through the some important topics, and we will be focusing on the crux of the book. At the last, the writer has mentioned there are 12 things which we can remember from the books. So we will be more discussing those topics. So we will be going very fast, a little bit fast, not too fast. Yes. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. This. Yes. So now if you just can just enlarge this picture, so you can just see that the first picture, it is basically what we call ये मतलब हमारे माइंड का जो एमआरआई है वो है जब हम नॉर्मल होते हैं when we are normal. So the left one is the normal side, and the next one is when we have consumed LSD, then speed, then caffeine, then marijuana. So generally the writer wants to say that sleep pressure and caffeine, basically Next slide, please. So yes. So yes, there are two factors. There are two factors regulating sleep and wakefulness. Here you can see that the line in this graph, this is the dotted line is the wakefulness and the upper line is the that sleep pressure. So whenever we are awake, whenever we are awake, so there is a chemical release in our mind that is called adenosine. It is produced by our mind. So the more time we are awake, the more pressure it creates for sleep. But whenever we are consuming this caffeine or anything, so it reduces the pressure. So we are sleeping, but we are just going to not awaking condition, but we are not taking sleep. Next slide. This is, you can see that the strong urge to awake. So the more the gap between these two pictures, the more we are less sleep. Yes. Next slide. So this is a picture has been given. We can just go through. Next. Writer just try to explain, but no need to go in deep. Next. This is yes. This is how the sleep pressure and the circadian rhythm. So if we want to take a proper sleep, we have to maintain our circadian rhythm. Next. Next slide. Yes. So this is we come to our second chapter. The second chapter says that why we sleep. So and how the other animals or other living creatures sleeps. So you can see that elephant sleeps only 4 hours in 24 hours. Tigers and lions they sleep for 15 hours sleep. The brown bat sleeps 19 hours in a day. And And now we come to know that mammals, that whales and dolphins, they basically we know that we have two brains, the left and right brains. So what is the beauty of this dolphin and this whale, all the mammals which the creatures which live in the water, that whenever they are sleeping, their half brain is sleeping and half brain is awake. Basically, uh, this peculiarity is not in humans, but it is only in the mammals. So whenever they are like they are in water, so this provides are their other wakefulness for other tasks. So they sleep with half brain, and when the half brain sleep is completed, then they switch over to the next brain. Similarly, similarly, birds also same. They split brain deep, but they always and now and there are the times when like there there are times so we are not able to take sleep. So similarly, that whales, whenever these whales give birth to the new calves, so new calves, so that time there is a lot of danger for their newborn calves. So that time the female whales and their calves, they do not sleep. And similarly, the birds when they are transoceanic flight, they also do not sleep. Next slide. Yes. Now, now that sleep in various our ages. Like first, sleep before birth. So before the birth, generally we will just discuss about this REM sleep. Childhood, Yes. In our in our child in our childhood, REM sleep decreases and NREM sleep decreases. Anyone can just throw some light. What is if you understand what is REM sleep and what is NREM sleep? Anyone?
Yes, REM is rapid eye movement when we dream. So it's like actually our eyes are moving very fast.
Yes.
And in NREM sleep, we are more sleep soundly. matlab, we are not, our eyes are not moving, we are not dreaming. And that is when we recover, body and brain recovers most.
Yes. 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 Absolutely true. Next slide. So this is the life phases when our sleep changes. The second part just tell us and why should we sleep. This part details the good and bad and the deathly of sleep and sleep losses. This part also explores the astonishing benefits of sleep for the brain and the body. How and why a lack of sufficient sleep leads to a quagmire of ill health, disease, and ultimately death. A wake up call to sleep if ever there was one. Next slide. Yes. So w- we all know that what are the benefits of the sleep for our brain. Next slide. Sleep deprivation. Next slide. Yes, we all know that a loss of sleep just causes to the heart attacks, a shorter life. Next slide. Yes, yes. So this is the very important factor part that how and why we dream. So basically, this parts the details about that, like Nehaji told that, just explain what is that NREM sleep and REM sleep. So basically, REM sleep is the sleep, the dream sleep, and NREM sleep is the dreamless sleep. So both are important. Next, next, next. Just come to that picture. Next. Yes. So this picture, you can see that how we enter into the NREM sleep. NREM sleep has three stages. Then NREM 1, 2, 3, then REM sleep, then again NREM sleep, 1, 2, and again wakefulness. So this is how this basically NREM जो हमारी जो विदाउट जो ड्रीम वाली स्लीप है basically it is helpful for our health and mental benefits, but the all that creativity, all the logical functions, they get settled when we are in the REM sleep. Next. So you can see here that how this it basically it's a MRI of a brain when we are in deep and REM sleep, and when we are awake. So you can understand here that how this fluctuates and how it is important. Next slide. Yes. So yeah, as I earlier told you that we are not going to the all scientific things. We will just go a little bit faster and we will just focus what are the main teaching of this book. So this book, we started at what is sleep, then how the sleep is important, and how the dreams are important. Now, the last part of the book it tells us that what are the, uh, what are yes. So what are the benefits? What are the benefits the sleep can accrue, and what are the what are the disadvantages या जो हमको डैमेज होते हैं जब स्लीप में लेते हैं. So all has been described. Next slide. Yes. So this is how we can just enlarge the image. This is how this is the this is how the measures we can take, that is individual, organizational, educational, societal, and governmental. Next slide. Next, we will just come to our next. Next, this is yes. One second.
You all can also have water breaks.
Yes. Thank you. So now we come to the very important part of this book. At the end, the writer has given the 12 tips for a healthy sleep. So first is that basically when I just read complete book, and after this book, I have just noted down all these 12 uh, tips, and I am just following because we read a lot of book, but if we are not able to just apply anything from the book, then I think there is no use to reading a book. So whatever I read, I just try to apply in my daily life. So these are the 12 basic learning has been mentioned at the end of the book. So after reading the whole book, I realized that कि यार पूरी किताब पढ़ ली, but काम की बात सबसे लास्ट में ही आई. So I will be sharing this. I will we will be discussing this all this 12 things. So first is always stick to the deep sleep schedule. Go to the bed and wake up at the time each day. Sleeping later on weekends. So it is very important line. Sleeping later on weekends don't won't fully make up for a lack of sleep during the week, and will make it harder to wake up early on Monday morning. Set up Rather than setting up an alarm for wake up, set up alarm for bedtime. So I have just set up a alarm for bedtime. I always sleep at 9:30 by anyhow, and it helped me to wake up early in the morning. Generally, we always set up alarm for the wake up. Although I have set up alarm for although all yes although I have set up an alarm for a morning wake up, but yes, I am more focused on the alarm on bedtime. So at so yes, thank you. So the writer has very specifically mentioned this, and just I want to just highlight this thing that the writer has said that if only one thing, one piece of advice, if you want to take from this book, this is this one, that always set an alarm from bedtime rather than waking up. Yes. Next slide, please. Yes. Exercise great, but not too late in the day. So trying to exercise at least 30 minutes on most days, but not later than 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. So generally, हम लोग सारे working people होते हैं. हम generally we try to get time in the evening, and I have seen most of people going to the gym or doing exercise. But yes, generally I also used to go for walk in the evening. But after reading this book, I find that that's why in the starting I have mentioned that. Always remember that absence of wakefulness is not the sleep. So generally हम लोग just ऑफिस से आते हैं, एक्सरसाइज करके हम थके हुए बेड पर लेट जाते हैं, but that is not the sleep. Until unless we are not recovering, not relaxing, it is not sleep. So this is the second advice that do not exercise too late in the day. So after reading this book, I always take my dinner at 7 o'clock, 7:30, and then we all read reading session, and at 9:30 I always sleep. Next slide, please. Yes. So this is a third that avoid caffeine and nicotine. Cola, certain chocolate, other stimulate caffeine and its effects can take as long 8 hours to wear off the fully. Therefore, a cup of coffee in the late afternoon can make it hard for you fall asleep at night. In addition, smokers often wake up too early in the morning because of nicotine withdrawal. So this is how you must have seen that the people who always smoke or who take lots of caffeine, so they are also not able to take a good sleep, or they are always absence of wakefulness but they do not sleep. So this is uh, after reading this, I always since I am also love lots of tea and coffee, but yes, in the evening or afternoon, I never take. Next slide. Yes, avoid alcohol drinks before bed. Although it is not applicable for us, but since we are all bibliophile and living sattvic life, but yes, in the society around the people who take generally who take liquor in the night. So even since I am a soldier by profession, so I always advise and request people that if you want to take liquor or alcohol, you just take in the lunch time, so that till the time you sleep, the effect of that alcohol has gone. This is how this having a nightcap or alcohol beverage before sleep may help you relax, but heavily robs your sleep, keeping the lighter stage of sleep. Even it leads to indigestion also. And yes, whenever the effect of alcohol has gone, we start waking up. So this is how the having alcohol in the night is very badly affect our sleep. Next slide. One another thing that avoid large meals and beverages late at night. Light snack is okay, but large meal can cause indigestion, which interferes with the sleep. And then this is a very important thing that drinking too much fluid at night can cause frequent awakening to urinate, and which further interrupts our sleep. So this is so basically after reading this book and after reading this all this thing, I just realized that it is sleep is just like a skill. We cannot just simply just go in bed and have. So before, like we always follow wind up routine, so I always prepare myself for the next day. My that preparation the start once the sun is set. I reaches from the office and my home at 7 o'clock. From that 7 o'clock I start preparing for my sleep. I first finish my dinner, then I just keep my all belongings arranged. I do meditation, I do some prayer, and we read the session. And so this is how the sleep basically it is a skill, it is an art. We must all of us master it. Next slide. Yes. Yes. Some people are on medication, so if possible, avoid medicine that delay or disrupt your sleep. Basically, some people are taking medicine and they have some side effects, allergies, which disrupt our sleep pattern. So if you find any trouble sleeping, so we can just ask our doctor, so he can help us. So either we can take in the daytime or early in the evening. Next slide. Yes, this is a very important of advice which I just realize I make several experiment with this, that taking naps after 3 p.m. So naps can make up for lost sleep, but late afternoon naps can make it harder to sleep at night. So after reading this book and after reading this particular this advice, I stopped taking nap in the afternoon. I just wake up, because what happens when we take why it is always mentioned why it is always mentioned that when we wake up we must start our day with intense exercise, because our body and mind goes into the sleep. So again, if we take a nap in the afternoon, then again our mind and body goes to the resting position. So again, we need some intense exercise to activate those organ based upper mind. But if we don't do so, we that the sleep inertia just continue, and by the time there is a night, but mind is not able to sleep. So this afternoon nap, we must. From my practical experience, we always avoid this afternoon nap. If we got up earlier, or if we are not able to sleep the previous night, so we must try to sleep early in the next night. So if any night I am not able to take sleep, so I never sleep in the afternoon. I sleep early, like I sleep 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. This is the very important, like that afternoon naps is really causes the quality of sleep. Next slide. Yes, this is all applicable to us. Relax before bed. Don't overschedule your day. So don't just always, I always, in the morning meditation, I always plan a time for unwinding, like any relaxation activity. And that's why you must have all observed that I never miss that TBF session. I always there at 8:30 until unless I have some official commitment or some family commitment. But otherwise, as an on my, I never schedule anything after 7 o'clock. So before the bed, we must take rest. It is relaxing means that we must be again organized. Everything physically, mentally, our surrounding must be organized. So we are prepared for the next day. Next, next slide, please. Yes. Take a hot bath before bed. So I don't take bath, but yes, one day Zainab ji was we are having discussion on this topic. So Zainab ji, if you can show some light, because I have not tested and tried this advice, this trick. And I think it may, because once we get a bath, so we may relax, but also our body and mind get energized. So, yes, washing our feet and hands may be good, but it may lead to, a good, we will not be able to have good sleep after taking bath. If I request Zanabji, if there, since she can throw some light.
I was speaking on the context of Ayurveda, and
Okay.
Ayurveda says that you should. We were talking, having conversation on is it good to take baths twice in a day or not, and is it good to take bath before, make a habit to take a bath and then sleep, or using bath as a technique to induce sleep. That's what we were talking about. So in that case I talked ki Ayurveda, on the reference with Ayurveda, that Ayurveda suggests not to take bath before going to bed, and only to take bath if you are insomniac, or if you've got other issues like seasonal depression and you are unable to induce sleep. But practicing this habit for on a everyday basis in every season is not apt, and it may lead to higher kapha dosh in your body. That's what we were having conversation, but I don't know what exactly this books refer to, and from which scientific paper they have taken the reference from. So I can't talk up on the basis of that. Maybe it would be apt for you to describe on that, but this is from my side.
Yes. Yes, for me also, thank you very much, Dhananji. So for me also that I always prefer not to take bath. before the bed. Yes, Neha, please go ahead.
Yeah, even I used to think like that, but I have tried when you take bath at night, the sleep is good. I don't know how it works for other people, but even I used to think when you take bath at night before sleeping, you'll be more active, then how will you sleep? But that's not the case.
Yes. Yes, Umesh. Even just I want to mention here that in my training, there is a lot of physical. So we always do a lot of physical work in the through the day. So that time because we are tired and with lots of that sweat and our clothes gets so much dirty. So that time we used to take bath before the sleep because that time we are physically and mentally completely tired and so that way it may be helpful but I do not prefer that until unless we are feeling so to take bath, so we must avoid this advice. Next slide, please. Yes, so this is that dark room, cool bedroom, gadget free bedroom. So this is a very prerequisite for the good night sleep that it must be a dark room. There should be no light, and if there are light outside from your house, so we can just put in curtains so that the temperature also cool side. Any cell phone, TV, computer, it should not be there. But since we are having mobile phone era, so it can be there. But yes, uh, we must keep it night mode, so we must it is not like that we just it is not just like that we avoid every equipment, but we have that mindset that I'm not going to use that equipment. Yes, next slide. Yes, this is this is very important. Have the right sunlight exposure. Daylight is the key to regulate daily sleep patterns. Try to get outside in natural sunlight for at least 30 minutes each day. If possible, wake up with the sun or use very bright lights in the morning. Sleep experts recommends that if you have problems falling asleep, you should get an hour of exposure to the morning sunlight and turn down the lights before the bedtime. So yes, this is the very beautiful advice, and after reading this particular advice for last I purchased this book in 24, so it has been completed 2 years. So I never miss my morning walk in the sunlight. So it is very effective. So but it is not like that कि हम दिन भर काम करते हैं सफर में चलते हैं तो we are taking sunlight. It is not like that. But yes, with our self awareness we must expose our mind, especially our head, to the sunlight and with mental calm and peace we must expose or just gazing sunlight. It is helpful in the good night sleep. So this is very important. If possible, just try to just take this advice personally and practice it. Next. This is also very important. And don't lie down, lie in bed awake. So if you are basically, so if you find yourself awake after staying in bed for 30 minutes, so do not just keep on lying, start doing some activity. You can read a book or anything, because if we are not able to sleep on that after falling on the bed, so we will feel more anxious or worried that अरे यार अभी तो नींद नहीं आ रहा अभी और लेट हो जाएगा तो it will create more worriness and we will not able to sleep. So if you are lie down, if you're not able to sleep, just get up, do some light activity, read some book, just little walk. You can just arrange your clothes and organize yourself. So that way it will help us to avoid that worry that we are not able to sleep. Yes. Last slide. Yes. Last slide. Thank you very much. for your time and patience. I really feel privileged and grateful for everyone for listening patiently and Palakji for giving me this opportunity to present this book review. Thank you very much. So yes, you can close that. I think I finished in time. Yes, thank you.
Before sharing our views, let's take a selfie first.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Hello, Rahul ji. First time we are meeting.
yes,
See,
yes.
we all take a selfie. We all click picture together. So that's what we are doing right now. It's so good to see you here with us. And first, let's take a selfie and then let's discuss. I would really like to know about you.
Yes.
So, hello everyone. Varnika, Suryakant ji, Aradhana, Mahesh ji, good evening. Please turn on your camera. Hema Dave ji, after so long you have joined. All right. Ready? Smile everyone. Selfie. Once more. Smile.
Thank,
Amazing. Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Thank you everyone for patient listening. So you can just share